Welcome everybody back to the Dave Knows Wrestling Podcast. I am live and in a different background than normal. A little weird, and I'm shuffling stuff around and trying to not expose too much of this industry. Hey, yo, what is up, Revis? Hey, what is up, Rihanna? Or Xavier? Who's Xavier? Anyway, so yeah, I'm in an office right now, so a little different than normal. Hey, Amy Moore, how's it going? What is good, Anthony Mazzola? All right, yeah. All right, everybody coming in. Yeah, a little earlier than you. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up right off the bat. You guys are great. Just telling you that I am not looking to do a really long one today. I'm kind of, it's been a weird. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Hey, where's everybody going? Nobody behind you this week. Not yet. You never know. You never know with this place. Okay. Not a whole lot. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. Okay, so, yeah, not looking to do a super long one today. Trying to come on a little earlier. Got some stuff going. Dakota Jennings, hey, what's up? What did WWE just tell everyone? Tell everyone what? I hope they have a team. Ooh. Yeah, you mean the submission sorority? I will never forget. Hey, yo, Ronnie. Yes, hey, welcome back, man. Okay, so, yeah, a couple of things. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. I love how supportive you guys are right off the start. Okay, so, all right, let's start getting into this. So let's start getting into things, a couple of things. Yep, Miss Bobby the Brain for sure. He's my favorite color commentator of all time, and also, I mean, goes without saying, he's one of the best managers there ever was. So, let's start getting into things. Yep. So, let's start talking about things. Paige is coming up right now. So, Paige, evidently, if you haven't known, she has been training. The submission sorority was garbage name. It was, but I'm never going to forget that. It is one of those things I'm never going to be able to forget and get out of my mind. So here's the thing. Paige, for those of you who don't know, has been training in the Performance Center because she has been cleared by WWE doctors allegedly and is ready for a comeback. When that comeback is, we don't know. But what is also interesting about this comeback is, while she was initially drafted to Raw, she wasn't on TV at the time, but she was initially drafted to the Raw brand, and we all know all the stuff that she's been going through lately, with Alberto Del Rio, TNA, GFW, a whole bunch of stuff. Paige has gotten into stuff, but so while she was originally drafted to Raw, she has said that Raw and SmackDown need to be on notice. So it seems that she's either going to be a free agent or they haven't decided where they're going to put her yet. So that's going to be pretty interesting. What up, the Remus? What up, Arthur? And what is up, Train? I'm glad you are here, Train. Was ADR fired from GFW? No, he was not. Last I checked. Another free agent. Now, here's the thing. What do you guys think? Where do you want Paige? Do you want her on Raw or do you want her on SmackDown? Do you have a preference? It has really dragged her career down. Yeah, I will say so. I mean, they'll beg to the difference, but just pattern recognition, it seems that ever since they got together, things have not been working out all that well for her. So, I think I am the first one to talk about. I am the first one to admit that there are a lot of times that the relationship you're in can drag your entire life down, and relationships are not easy. They are complicated. And there's that. Hey, noob tube, what's up, Dave? I thought you got lost. Got lost? Where would I go? I think he was. Oh, if he was, it's new to me. Last I checked, he was not. He was put on suspension, indefinite suspension, but I heard that they are looking to work with him again and bring him back, especially now that Jarrett is gone. So last I checked, he was just on indefinite suspension, not fired. If he has been fired since, like I said, news to me. Back to NXT with her. Wow, really? Okay. Want Paige on SD. Okay, Ronnie? Oh, all right. Rihanna also saying SmackDown. Okay, SmackDown Arthur. All right. Hey, Dave, you think WWE will buy GFW? Well, okay, actually, you know what? We can talk about that momentarily, because that's actually something interesting. Me and Dave got the same name, kind of. Interesting. Okay, so you heard about what happened with Whatculture. Oh, we're definitely talking about that. Okay, so what do you guys want Paige on on SmackDown. My only thing is I'm looking at it because I am very curious about Paige and Asuka. I would really like to see that, but I understand the plan is to get Asuka to rip through Raw's women division, so I don't want to see Paige get plowed through and lose automatically. And so, okay, Ronnie, Jeff Jarrett didn't leave GFW. He got fired from Impact. There's talk that the merger wasn't complete, so he might be getting the name GFW and just continue about making GFW its own thing like it was before they merged, or attempted to merge, should I say. But allegedly he was being unprofessional, and the board of directors over at Anthem Entertainment, who own TNA or Impact Wrestling, decided that that he needed to go. Where is everyone going? Okay, SmackDown needs better divas. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's not bad. That is there. The reason I'm saying that is because it feels like you're late for doing your show. Late? This is early. Normally I do it later in the day. 3 o'clock to 8. I usually do it later on Fridays. SmackDown needs better divas. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, the only thing is they don't really use the ones they have very well. Like, Charlotte is just getting there now. Natalia's just got the belt. And Becky Lynch they haven't done anything with. So, I mean, I feel you, but I don't think it's the women's division that really has a lacking. Like, I ultimately agree, just to put it out there, just because of I do want to see Asuka and Paige, but not at this time. I want to see Paige on SmackDown. I agree with you guys. But I'm kind of on the fence. It's not necessarily for the same reasons as a lot of you guys feel. Because I think they just need to use the roster better. And my thing about Paige, the reason why I would put her on there is because she is pretty good at being a heel. Right now, I think she's going to be as a face. I think people are going to cheer for her. But I think SmackDown's heel division for the women department is not as good as Raw's. I think they're kind of muddled with female heels, and that's why they tried to put Lana in there, which didn't really go so well. But good point, Remus. Paige versus Asuka would be a WrestleMania match. Very cool. England versus Japan angle. I like that. That's actually really cool. There was I might have mentioned this before, but one of the things I really wanted them to do with the Paige and Charlotte feud that they never actually did or touched upon was I wanted Paige to really represent the fact that she was a Dusty girl and she was trained by Dusty, and Charlotte and Paige, Dusty and Flair, bring that back to some degree. I thought that'd be a cool kind of generational thing, but it just never happened. And Carmella is never going to cash, even if she does. Like, I like Carmella. I think she's okay, but she's not a type flight heel. She's not a serious threat. She's not a main eventer. Her mic skills are okay. Her in-ring ability is meh. There you go. Impact again. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Scott Hall video got hate from one person. Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. It doesn't have that much hate. But the Scott Hall video, but the people who were really upset about the Scott Hall thing, they were like really upset. And what was surprising to me was I was on the fence about it. I mean, my biggest thing is I like Scott Hall, and I said it, like, I like Scott Hall. I don't like a lot of things he does. I don't like no-showing, but I do like Scott Hall a lot. So I think so that was number one. So yeah, some people got really mad at the Scott Hall thing. What are you gonna do? I tried to make just generic shots at these wrestlers that they've taken on themselves, that they're, that there's nothing, I'm not airing out, it's things that they've talked about or whatever, things that have been aired out in public. I get that the honest promos is not for everyone, and a lot of people just straight up don't get it. Like, they just stare at it going, what? I got that reply a lot for a lot of honest promos. They say, I don't know what you're trying to achieve here. Like, it's not, like, I'm just ragging on people. Like, it's, And the other thing is, there are a lot of people who joined this channel originally who said they liked how my channel was much more positive than other YouTube channels, which is fair, and Honest Promos does fly in the face of that. I just thought it would be funny. But there are a lot of people who just like that this wasn't a negative wrestling channel, when there's so many wrestling channels out there who will attack or complain about things. But, that's kind of the internet, and it's kind of the way it goes. And don't get me wrong, I like being, I didn't do that on purpose. It wasn't like a positivity thing. I wasn't going for the, the new day power of positivity. It was just, how I thought to express myself. And same thing with Honest Promos on all these other things is I'm just thinking to express myself in that way too. And like early on with cheaper pop culture, I was complaining about stuff then, but some people get very turned off at the idea about this being a positive YouTube channel, and then all of a sudden having other segments where I complain about stuff. But that's why I try to have segmented shows. Like, I try not to complain too much, try to space it out. Where's Bobby Roode? Allegedly, they're saving Bobby Roode for the Dolph Ziggler feud. When Dolph Ziggler keeps talking about all these great entrances he's doing, Bobby Roode's going to say, well, what about the most glorious entrance there is? And then start their feud, and then Dolph Ziggler goes into his Glass Joe mode from, Punch Out, if you know what Punch Out is, and just be the first feud for everyone and then lose. And then bye-bye Dolph. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, Train, first time I saw bro. Thank you. Like, the first one, like, the Brock Lesnar thing was just something I had in mind, and I just really wanted to do that one. That one was something I really, really wanted to do. Outside of the Brock one, they were all, like, I kind of had to write them, but the Brock one was made for Brock Lesnar. Like, the honest promos were made for Brock Lesnar. That was the whole goal behind it. And Brock Lesnar's a wrestler that I used to like as well. I don't like him lately. I don't like what he's been doing. I wish he could be, although his Joe match was pretty good. But, his feud with Goldberg I didn't really like how short that was. Hang tight. Hang tight, guys. I'm going to be right back. Thank you for calling Connecting School Broadcasting. Yep. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you're on your way here? Yep, yeah, I am. I'll ask my... I was going to say, get here when you can. You have a number where I can reach you at? Okay, got it. Okay, got it. All right. Same thing. I'll tell you. So take your time, get out here, get your safe, and then we'll figure out when. I got to call Marty and let him know what's up, and then I'll get back to you. Okay? All right. Later. Bye. Sorry about that. Job called. Job work to do. Wow, you guys stayed. Thank you. Okay, thank you for calling Domino's. Thank you for... I have never healed baby face. Okay, I come in and helps Dave. Thank you, Train, because you are the man. All right, so where was I? Pizza line. I wish. This does kind of look like a pizza. Like, this does kind of look like a pizza office manager's. If you ever worked in the food industry, like restaurants have little offices. This does kind of look. It's not, but it does kind of look. It does kind of look like that. No, this is the office where all the camera equipment and all that stuff is. So yeah. All right. So I like that you guys kept the conversation going. You guys are great. You guys are cool. We got this cool family going. So I don't even remember what I was talking about. I called the man, even though I'm not a machine. Okay, so, hey, Kate, what is up? Okay, so, let's move on to the other thing, the Whatculture news. I don't know how big that is of a deal that is to you guys, but it's definitely a big deal to me, because, okay, so first off, if you don't know, 5 major players of Whatculture have left. All at the same time, same day, big surprise. No one saw this coming. Adam Blampier, Adam Pacitti, King Ross, Jack the Jobber, and the other guy who works behind the scenes, and his name escapes me. I think his name is Sam. But either way, all of them left, right away. They were losing so much subs. Yeah, because they said, in the upcoming weeks, they're still going to do some. So I'm still subscribed to Whatculture just because, in case there's another Blampier video or something like that, I'm going to keep it. But they're saying they're done now. I don't know why this happened. Hey, on a serious note, I really enjoy your shows. Thank you, the little dead man. I saw 4 of them making a new company. Aha! Now that's the thing. Now it's called, allegedly, here's the rumor, because Blampier has shown out their logo, which is C5, and allegedly the plan is that this new company is going to be called Cultaholics. And it's going to be them doing their own thing. If that's true, that's going to be at least something that we can look forward to, because those are the personalities I like. My favorite guys are all leaving, so I'm definitely going to follow them. And Whatculture, who's left at Whatculture, really not my cup of tea for the most part. C5 is good. Or not. Bye, Rihanna. Did I make you mad or something? Hey, Robert. Okay, so yeah, I'm all discombobulated, stable with them taking out Simon Miller. Yeah, see, like I said before, I'm not the biggest Simon Miller fan. I'm really not. Yeah. So the fact that he's not with them kind of helps. Yeah. The rumors they broke away to the team. I was going to say, so now there are some openings in Whatculture, so I'm not. So if all of a sudden you see activity on this channel stop, just understand that I got a new job. So just know yeah. If they come calling me, I will answer. I will definitely answer the phone. Now, why they left is I don't know. Some people have said they left because they weren't happy with. Now, this is just pure speculation, but I've heard that they're not the easiest company to work for. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea what it's like to work for them at all, and I don't even know if that's their reasons. It's just something that I read about, is that some people, some former employees of them, weren't happy, and they were speculating that is the case with these guys as well. But if you're a former employee, of course you're not going to have positive things. That's like asking someone's ex-wife, like, "Ooh, what do you think about him?" Like, of course it's going to be a negative opinion. There you go. Dave doesn't like someone. What just happened? I've never have. Don't you dare leave. Well, no, you would still get me. I would just be on Whatculture instead of here. And hey, maybe they'll even bring me over to London. I'll just leave, and I'll leave New York, and I'll end up being over in England. That'd be all right by me. Karen Jarrett is staying at GFW. It's still going to be called GFW. Like I said, from what I heard, there's a big possibility, because Jeff Jarrett's going to start his own thing. That's what Jeff Jarrett does. He, you kick him, you knock him down, he gets back up. He don't care. But this time, since he already just started GFW, it would be a lot easier if he could just take his own property to just start, instead of having to start again. Because he will if he has to, but it'd be easier if they just let him take, GFW. And I heard the merger wasn't finalized, so it would probably be for the best if they did just let him take it. Whatculture seems like the WWE, one of those entertainment industries. What happened to Simon Miller? I will not miss Blondie. Really? I find him to be smug and way too in love with himself. He is. And he overestimates intelligence. He does, but I always view that as part of the gimmick. Like, it's just this thing. But I find him very funny. Like, I think Blondie is really good. Whatculture is in Newcastle. I'll go to Newcastle. As Whatculture taught me, Newcastle is not what Adrian Neville's video package on NXT made it out to be. Because video package on NXT makes it sound like, Newcastle was like farmland, and, Whatculture taught me that, nope, Newcastle is not farmland. It's a very happening city, and it's really cool, and a lot of people should go there. I just want to go to England, period. I've never been. Where do you see Roman going? Do you see him face or heel in title shots? Sorry, Dave, I'm not good at questions. I know what you mean. I read that weird, but I know what you mean. Yeah, no. Roman, I think they're just going to keep him face. I don't think they should, but I think they're going to. Leave NY for England. Really, Dave? Well, now I'm put on the spot. I think so. I'm in a weird spot right now. Meet new people, have a different life. But then again, I heard England's very expensive. But, they can be president of GFW. Oh, that's the other thing. Jim Cornette is allegedly leaving as well, which, I finally got Cornette back on TV, and he's going to go away now. Robert, what's wrong with my place? There are two Newcastles. There are two Newcastles. I didn't know that. Did you see the Internet Darlings live chat, not gimmick? Nope, I did not. Nor do I know what that is. They have a Newcastle in Westbury, New York. Oh, you just stay where you are. Well, yes, Whatculture will have to move. And I would, like I said, I would have to see what they're all. I would have to, I'm just saying, if Whatculture comes calling, I'm definitely going to answer the phone. I'm definitely interested. Newcastle is an interesting place. All right. Upon time and upon line. Okay, and here's the question. Important question. What are the women like in Newcastle? All right, that's important for any place I go to. And Cornette hasn't been TV past a couple of us. Yeah, and I heard it was because of the the Jarrett thing or whatever. So there's that. But the Whatculture thing I think is huge for me because I love Whatculture. I'm a big or at least I was. I'm a big fan of theirs. And, there's a lot of wrestling YouTubers that I check out all the time. They are Georgie. I don't know what that means. Is Georgie... Oh, you mean gorgeous? Is that where it's going? Is that some slang term I need to learn? I do like British accents on women. I think that's great. So, But then again, Dave is asking the real questions. How are the ladies? Yeah. Uh, oh no! Don't tell me that. Don't. I do not need any. I do not need anything like a Jersey girl. Nope. Yep. Nope. Pass. No. Black Baby was part of that Internet Darlings. I'm saying it's not a gimmick. Oh yeah. He had a comedy troupe called the Internet Darlings. A bunch of internet show hosts got together for a live Q&A in Vegas. Yeah, I mean he could still be performing. Like he might always be on. Are you from Flushing? No, I am not. I mean, and maybe he is that pompous. I don't know, but I find it funny. Like I find it, I find a shtick funny. I don't, because I can't imagine anybody is that full of like that full of themselves. And if he is, it's still entertaining to me. So I like him. I think he's funny. Essex and Newcastle girls are not good. Oh, they're not. Oh, what about London? I knew a girl from London. She was very pretty. She was in an improv troupe I ran. She did a couple appearances on an improv troupe that I was running for a period of time. That was it. And I also worked with her in another job. She was very pretty and very nice. And London girls can be mixed, my friend. Oh, okay. All right. Well, where's the best part in all of England? We're the nicest single available. Women that are not going to give me any headaches, not make my life difficult, and not make me want to pound my face against the desk until I start bleeding and feel nothing. Not saying anything in particular. Yeah. You know what? Not just England. Where in the world do I have to... All right. Someone called me. Okay, anyway. All right. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I'm getting a little distracted with my nonsense. Okay, so London was rainy and cold, at least in New York. You get to see the sun. All women give you headaches, Dave. Thanks, Robert. Utopia. What? Yeah. I'll get that later. Hold on. Hello, Serena. Hey. It's alright. Yeah. Yeah, hold on one sec. Let me explain. All right, guys. On the phone right now is Serena. You might have noticed her name on the credits of a couple episodes of the Monday Night Raw because she has done voiceover work. She is just called, and I'm answering the phone. So hang on, guys. Yes, I'm doing live stream. That's why I didn't answer on my cell phone. Yeah, I'm streaming from my phone. No, that's all right. You didn't know. What's up? They're calling me for. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me call you back in like 10. All right. Bye. All right. There you go. We're gonna have like 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to wrap up this the No Mercy predictions, and then we're going to go for it. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who remember, my friend Sean, who just had a baby, this is going to be the baby's first pay-per-view. Dave just got mad busy. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Today, everybody and their mother is bothering me here. Well, you guys know that this normally is not the busiest time for me. A place where women don't give you a hard time, no place like that exists. There's got to be some women in this room who can back me up right now. What are your feelings about No Mercy? Well, let's get into that. Women from the West Country and South Country in England are not bad. Okay, good to know. Same baby, not a new baby, and spelt not the bad way, the good way. Thank you, girls from the East. Oh, yeah. Baby Vern. Okay. All right, so let's get into the No Mercy thing. Apollo Crews versus Elias Sampson pre-show singles match. Elias Sampson look. The thing is, both of these guys need to gain some momentum. I'm a big Apollo Crews fan. I really am. And Elias Sampson, he is definitely getting some heat from the crowd, and I think he could benefit from this win. But at the same hand, Apollo Crews really needs it. So I'm going to go out there and say that I think. I'm very tentative on this, but I'm going to say I think Elias Sampson is going to win because I think they're trying to get him over more. But the thing about Apollo Crews is Apollo Crews can definitely get this win. Elias can just live on by it, because if Elias is kind of a jobber, oh well, so be it. Apollo Crews might get somewhere for this, but I'm going to say Elias is going to win, but I'm really not sure on that one. Feel free to weigh in, guys, what you think. Crews is going to win. Yeah? Okay. Like I said, I'm really, really not sure on that one. I'm going to go to New Mercy. My kids and I are wearing the Bullet Club shirts to a WWE event. Nice, Robert. That is cool. All right. How many kids you got? You got a Heath Slater number? It might be a no contest. Yeah, no contest. Not bad. It's just the thing is, the Titus Worldwide brand, I think, needs a little more, but at the same time, Elias Sampson, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stick with my pick of Elias Sampson, but I'm really not sure, and I can be turned very easily on that one. No Mercy doesn't sound right as a pay-per-view in the current PG era. It doesn't. You're right about that. Five. Cool. Lots of kids. I like it. Will Roman beat Cena? Oh, we'll get to that. They're pushing Elias a loss to Apollo. I like Crews. Yeah, and I do too. We bet for Elias. Like I said, I just think that the bad guy winning is kind of the thing, but they are kind of pushing Apollo Crews. You're right. Okay, let's move on to the next match. The Miz, the Intercontinental Champion, finally on the show again with Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas versus Jason Jordan. Now, here's the thing. After you're done with No Mercy thoughts, bring it. Oh yeah. Let's. I'll talk about that. Okay, so here's the thing. So the Miz has been frustrated with, or at least his character has been, with the lack of representation the Intercontinental title has been getting, and I am too. But they've been setting up this Jason Jordan thing for a while, and they've been saying they wanted to push Jason Jordan. So I really don't think Jason Jordan's ready. I love Jason Jordan. I think he's a tremendous athlete. I just don't think they were working with him right. I don't think they've been using him well. The storyline with Angle has just been a flop. I still think he's going to win. I don't think he's ready. I think they should keep. I don't think. Miz needs to lose the belt, that's for sure. But Finn Balor, Jeff Hardy, somebody of a bigger nature to keep this momentum for the belt for IC belt. Trying to elevate the belt more. Jason Jordan's not there yet. I think he might have been right after American Alpha, but the storyline, I think, has hurt him. I heard that they're trying to abort the storyline and then, come up with something else. If they do that, that'd be fine. But right now, I don't think he's ready. Jordan's getting the rocket to the moon. Yeah, it seems that way. Mr. Retain. Okay, Anthony, that's not bad. Miz wins. Jordan heel turn. Okay. I can see that too. Angle should turn heel and then help Jordan beat everyone. Miz is killing on promos. That's the thing. I think Miz should win too. I mean, in case you haven't noticed, the pattern is what I think is supposed to happen is what I just say the opposite of. That's my predictions, because I'm not predicting what I want. I'm just saying what I think will happen most of the time. And that's usually how I go. I just assume that whatever I think would be a good idea, they're just going to do the opposite. So that's how my picking strategy goes so far. I think of what I would do, and then I say the opposite of that. All the things you're saying make sense, and I agree with you. That's why I don't think they'll do it. Is it bad that I've become that jaded? British Bulldog returns. I would like that, but I don't think that's possible. All right, next up, the Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Nia Jax, and Emma. Fatal 5-way for the women's title. Okay, on Raw. Now, this is a big one, especially since Bayley just got back to the roster. Turns out she's cleared. I really think Alexis is retaining. It's just how I see David Hart Smith should be back. Oh, man, that would be great. Maybe form a new Team Angle. Yeah, I thought that was the plan with, I thought Gable was going to be part of the new Team Angle because I think he fits that dynamic too. So I'm thinking Alexa is going to retain. I'm honestly hoping Emma, as am I, but I think she's got no chance. Tyson's kid's career, oh, that is sad. When I first heard about Carrot Angle's illegitimate son, I instantly thought the scene from The Simpsons, the roof of Bayley and Emma, I love them, but they belong nowhere near that match. Yeah, they've just been kind of shoehorned in. Bayley, if she was a surprise on the pay-per-view, yeah. But I like Bayley, but watching the match. Yeah, there was no hype behind it. They didn't really do it right. And I don't know how they failed with Bayley. I really don't. I think Alexa's retaining just because they really seem to want her. Again, Sasha, Sasha's owed. I kind of have a video plan about that, maybe. I heard Kelly signed a 3-year deal. Interesting. That match is going to take my bathroom break. Not interested. Jeez. It's the network now. You can pause. If you're taking a bathroom break on a match, you're like really intentionally doing that. It's like you're going out of your way to miss it. That's cold-blooded, man. All right, but I think it's going to be Alexa Bliss. I don't know. It's like when SmackDown has multi-women matches, they usually do something pretty cool. They can be pretty good. But Raw, Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. That's right. You're going to the show. Okay. My bad. I forgot. You're right. Okay. Then it's not cold. Okay. Moving on. Neville versus Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship. Okay. I think if Akira Tozawa didn't take it off of Neville, I would have said Enzo for sure. Now at this point, though, I wanted this to happen. I thought Enzo should have been the guy to finally dethrone Neville, but at a bigger pay-per-view than a No Mercy, like SummerSlam or Survivor Series or whatever, Royal Rumble, fine. But seeing the fact that there's so much heat on Enzo right now, I don't think he's taking. I think Neville's retaining. I think they kind of, it's kind of like Austin Aries. They just, shot themselves in the foot. They just don't know what they're doing, and they just hate Enzo so much. So I think Neville's retaining. What about you guys? I think it will be Enzo. I would like it to be Enzo, but just not the way they do it. My money's on Sasha. Nice, so she can lose it on her first offense. She can be the opposite Undertaker. Cold, but I hear you. All right. So moving right along, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt again, as if I care. I say Bray. I say Bray gets it because Bray's owed, Bray's due. They've been trading wins back and forth with this 50-50 booking feud. I don't really care about it, and I'm just going to say Bray's going to win. Enzo gets squashed. Yeah, I can see. That's what I'm saying. I could totally see them doing that. Not just WWE, but do you think all promotions will create more than just one women's title for the amount of women's wrestlers that are emerging now? They're not quite there yet. The thing is, it's not just the amount of women's wrestlers, it's also the amount of airtime. And let's be honest here, with the cruiserweights and the men and the men's division, women don't get enough airtime. So they might have a plethora of women, but they don't have multiple storylines. And they don't even do that on the main roster men either, where you have mid-card storylines that have nothing to do with a title, or other feuds in the main event that have nothing to do with the title to get you interested. Yes, I know Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt is an attempt to do that, but we don't have any real reason to care about them because they haven't been hyping it up. We need to believe in these feuds, like the 80s and the early 90s when they had, these cartoony gimmicks, like, the $1 Million Man had his $1 million title stolen, and then Jake the Snake Roberts stole it, and then Boss Man tries to get the bag back, and instead there's a snake. Like, yes, it's silly and it's simplistic, but it gives you motivation. The thing is, if you know anything about the film term, the MacGuffin, it doesn't matter what the thing is as long as you establish that people want it. We need to establish reasons why these people do the things they do, character motivations. Bray and Finn, they were trying. They didn't do a great job, but they were almost there. It was real close. That maybe change Finn Balor's character. I don't think it's his character. I just think it's the writing. I just think we need to understand the motivations. We need to understand what they're doing. Like, they tried it with the bucket of blood, which, that was a very PG era, but we need a little bit more. Why is Bray doing this? Like, Bray just sets a sight on people and just starts, blah, and shows up in the ring. But why does Bray pick the people he does? We never get these motivations. Like, is he trying to recruit them to the Wyatt family, like with Daniel Bryan? Then we understand. But if he just randomly does it, then we got nothing. Like, I'm just picking on you because, Seth Rollins, we're done? Okay, Finn Balor, your turn? Okay, they're heading into the Road Warriors problem with Neville if he just keeps beating everybody and never sniffs losing it. Why bother anymore? But the thing is, he did lose against Bray on the Raw before that pay-per-view. He loses, but there's nothing to it behind it. Like I said, there's no motivation. You see, now if they did, Ronnie, you see, if they did that, they would mean something and I would get it. So I'm totally, that's what I'm saying. Just anything. Just give me some sort of motivation. The Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins feud meant nothing. There was no reason why they were fighting other than the fact that they just, threw a dart at the dartboard and say, who does Bray go against now? Which it seems like a lot of times they say he sits at home for a pay-per-view. All right, so, but I'm just going to say Bray. I'm just going to put that because Bray's been doing it over again. No, Oliver's great. Don't boo Oliver. Okay, so next up, we're going to look at Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, the tag champs versus Cesaro and Sheamus. I gotta say, Dean and Seth have to win, as far as I'm concerned. Don't give it back to Sheamus and Cesaro. Not only that, because you just got them back together. Let them retain the titles. Let them represent. This is the arbitrary rematch for the ex-champions. And not only that, I've made it more than clear. I want Cesaro and Sheamus split up. I want Cesaro on his own. Cesaro deserves some sort of singles gold. He needs to be separated from Sheamus. Please, just let this tag team fizzle out and let's just move on. Some people may like them together, and that's fine. I just think Cesaro deserves more. Let's just move on. Why are they wearing kilts? I don't know, but I gotta admit it's a decent look. Like, they got this punk rock, Sex Pistols kind of thing going. Sid Vicious, I think it's kind of cool. I don't understand why. I don't understand it, but, I think they pull it off well. Other than these people need wins. I agree Bray had reasoning to why he's attacking. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like they give him some sometimes, but not a lot. Like the Finn Balor thing they gave him, there's a little more motivation behind that. The Seth Rollins Bray Wyatt feud made no sense. There was really no reason at all. The Jericho Bray Wyatt feud, Jericho just wanted to work with Bray, but there was no reason why they were fighting. Irish people were killed. Yeah, but Cesaro's not Irish. I get that, but Cesaro's not Irish is the point. Maybe they were the new headbangers. Yeah, they're yeah, kind of, yeah. Dino turns heel and the bar wins. I know a lot of people want Dean Ambrose to turn heel, but I'm kind of okay with him not turning heel. Okay, so next up, let's get it over with. Let's do the John Cena versus the Roman Reigns matchup. Okay, John Cena versus Roman Reigns. Now, I want John Cena to win. But I think Roman Reigns is going to be. I wish there was any way out of this, but Cena's allegedly leaving to do Transformers. He's not going to be around. Roman's going to beat him. The only chance, the only outlier is the rumor saying that The Undertaker's coming back and is going to cost Roman Reigns the match. If that's true, look, I hear you. I know a lot of people don't like Cena. Fine. Roman Reigns, my thing is, anything that people say bad about John Cena, I feel that Roman Reigns is got that and is worse at it, and he has a couple things worse than what John Cena can do. I mean, like, John Cena is way better on the microphone. The promos John Cena has been writing for both of them and cutting, okay, hit or miss, but the first one was great, absolutely great. Roman's been cursing a lot lately. Yeah, he's trying to sound tough. But John Cena is infinitely better on the mic. John Cena is way more charismatic than Roman Reigns, by far. And on top of that, people don't like the whole, John Cena company man kind of mentality, but the thing is, he's a guy who speaks multiple languages. You tell him to go to a country, and he'll work that. Now, people keep backing up the Jinder Mahal thing, saying that he's Indian, and therefore, therefore they're trying to cater to the Indian market. Despite the fact that the Forbes magazine has recently reported that network subscriptions have gone down in India since Jinder Mahal became champion. So just put that in mind. That strategy doesn't work, but what does work is you take a guy like John Cena, who is going out of his way, is a big star, and is showing that he's trying to reach out and, learn different languages and do these kinds of things. That's kind of publicity that's pretty cool. Or having a homegrown champion, someone that they could really like, someone who's not Canadian, someone who's actually, from the, unless it's Canada, but someone who's actually from India, and elevating them in a good way, in a way that makes them earn that title shot. Like Kevin Owens. That'd be great for a Canadian market, him getting the title, because he is Canadian, it'd be good in Canada. It'd be good for Canada. Stuff like that. And his promo has been great, too. I also want to point that out. So, I want John Cena to win. John Cena deserves it. Roman Reigns is nowhere near John Cena's level. It's not even close. You can say that John Cena isn't the best wrestler, technically, and I understand that, but Roman Reigns is by far weaker. By far weaker. To me, John Cena's put his time in. Roman Reigns, no. Sorry. But I do think Roman Reigns is going to win unless The Undertaker intervenes, which I don't think he will. But allegedly, Undertaker was going to retire, get his hip surgery, last match, get his hip surgery, and then retire. However, I haven't heard that he's gotten it yet. I haven't heard that he's gotten his hip yet. So maybe Undertaker's not ready to be retired yet. And on top of that, maybe they realize that trying to force Roman Reigns on everybody with The Undertaker was not the right way to sell Undertaker's career ending. Who knows? But I don't think Undertaker's coming back. He might, but I would like him to. And I know he's too old, but I would like The Undertaker. I can't say no to The Undertaker, right? So if Undertaker comes back, I could see that happening. But outside of that, I think Roman Reigns is going to win, and I don't think Undertaker's come back as much as I would like him to. And as much as I like John Cena, I think he's going to lose. Hey, Diggy. Coming on for the end of the show. All right, that stinks. Of like CM Punk or whoever with Sin coming back and then screwing both of them over. Like Miz and R-Truth and himself. Yeah. No, I hear you. Okay, so finally, the Brock Lesnar Braun Strowman match. Now, I really don't see any other way out of doing this. Undertaker comes back and Tombstone's Roman, and then Tombstone's John Cena. That wouldn't be bad. You know what? I just realized this. People are talking about Undertaker coming back and then costing Roman Reigns the match, but has anyone considered the idea that he might cost John Cena the match? And if that's the case, we finally get our Undertaker-John Cena match, because there are rumors about that. And if that's so, that would be a better setup. I mean, yeah, he could hurt both of them, but what if he just tombstones John Cena? Interesting. Yep, that's what I'm saying. That sounds right. WWE could never let Roman lose clean. After Cena leaves WWE to find wrestling from South America to view with Roman, because he needs to pronounce Roman Reigns' name 1 week later. The crowd. I don't. Undertaker versus Cena has been rumored since '31. Yeah, I know. I do think it's due. Like, there's just a lot of matches that Undertaker had that I didn't think made sense or needed to be done. Kevin Owens and Undertaker is like the biggest match that I want, that I don't think I'm ever going to see, but that was totally needed. Painful, unbearable to watch train wreck that Brock wins. Yeah. Braun can join the new Ministry of Darkness. Braun and Undertaker is something else I would want to see too. Shouldn't WWE retain most of the women that get called up in the future so that there's depth and growth? Yeah, that would make sense, Diggy. I don't expect them to do that, but yeah, it would make sense. The Undertaker finally retires after an amazing 6-star match with both John Cena and The Undertaker shaking hands. Dive! Okay, so let's get to the... I don't see it going any other... I mean, I don't see it logically making any other sense. Braun Strowman has to win that match. They need to get the belt off of this part-timer Brock. They need to put the belt on this guy who is super over. He deserves it. Plus, it legitimately makes sense that he could take down Brock Lesnar. That totally makes sense. I don't think there's going to be any kind of Heyman turn or anything like that. I think Braun just needs to straight up win. Braun deserves it. Braun's put in the time. He is super over. Give him the belt. Now, with that being said, WWE is really dumb at sometimes, and they should have given him that belt a little while ago, but they didn't. SummerSlam was the time to give Braun the belt. The kilts, the brand, where's the modern urban ones? More popular places like Sweden. Oh, okay, well, now I know. This is Swiss, not Swedish. Fine, but I did not know that it was getting popularity elsewhere. I thought it was just, in Ireland and Scotland. Okay, but now I'm still going to say, I think Braun Strowman's winning. I think losing at SummerSlam, I think Brock retaining at SummerSlam equals Braun, saved enough face that Braun can totally win the title back. So win the title now and it's fine. So if Braun beats Brock, who he feud with next? I think Braun would feud with Samoa Joe. I think that's perfectly logical. Hey, Raw Reflex. The Lucha Dragons, Zack and Cesaro were white hot at different times. That never matters. Yeah, I know. No, look, I know. Believe me, I know. I'm just talking about it. If I was booking, Braun is the guy. He has too many factors. He's over. He put in his time. And it makes sense for him to beat Brock. After all the hype that Brock has been going through. It's not something crazy like, if I don't know, if The Miz beat Brock Lesnar, that's insane. Like, nobody would take that seriously. But Braun is believable to beat Brock Lesnar. Taking over European fashion. Did not know that. Braun is the first wrestler in WWE has properly developed in 15 years. Yeah, no, that's a fair statement. And that's what I'm saying. Also, encouraging your own booking staff for doing something right. Not in England, Ronnie. No, not in England. If Brock wins, he'll go against Roman again. Yeah, I know, and that's the other thing I do not want to happen. Just move on from it. Okay, so those are my predictions, guys, for the pay-per-view. Now, because I was asked so nicely, I'm going to do Santana and Marilla made the final 2 in the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. Yeah, they do just weird, goofy things. Will you book me to win, Dave? Of course I would. Train. So, all right, let's go into that ECW thing you guys wanted me to talk about. What was the best heel faction that was great in one company and horrible in another? Whoa. The Club is a good answer. I was going to say the Club is a good answer. They are awful. All right, this may sound controversial, but how about Paul Heyman as heel Roman Reigns manager? Brock? I have thought about that. I don't think Heyman could get Roman Reigns over, even as a heel. It is seemingly like a logical solution, though. But I thought, if anything, Heyman should turn on Brock for Joe. But let's get to the ECW thing. So, now, allegedly, WWE might be considering backing off on their PG a little bit, because they've actually sent a poll out there to ask what kind of content are people looking for. Now, this might mean nothing, and as I said, we're also going to go back to the WWE buying TNA thing. I had the best manager ever. His name is Dave Death Wrestling. Thank you, Train. I almost want to cut a promo for you right now. How does WWE have 6 hours of TV and still so many people non-existent on the shows? I would love to know that myself. I think Paul turning on Brock for Braun. Yeah, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but I really see, the thing is, I don't think Braun needs the manager like Brock does. The only way that ECW can ever work in WWE is if Vince puts Paul Heyman in charge. Agreed. And leaves him alone. Agreed. What are the chances of that happening? None. But thing is, WWE sent a poll out recently for trying to figure out what's going to get more people to subscribe to the network, keep their network subscriptions, get more interested, and they threw a bunch of questions out there like, would you be happy with a ECW revival? Would you be interested in Ring of Honor content and TNA content? Yes, these were questions. Now, they said that these questions were for research purposes only, so don't take them literally. But people have wondered, why are they mentioning Ring of Honor and TNA and ECW? Why are they mentioning these things like this? And on the network, seeing that they have Attitude Era and they have ECW, and you can watch it, it doesn't inflict with sponsors because it's a privately owned thing, or, it's a pay site, so it's okay. No more ECW said. I understand. Now all the ECW originals are too old. But the point is, there is the option that they might finally do that thing that we've been talking about, or I've done an episode about, is an ECW-like show on the network, which is kind of like NXT, and I do want that. I do want a more adult program. I do want more more edgy attitude. Something. They don't have to call it ECW. They don't call it Attitude. I don't care what it is. Call the show Attitude, but have something for more adults as well. But I also think they should have a kiddier program too, something that's more like the 80s wrestling with silly gimmicks. I think they should have all these options, and the idea is they could work out a deal with Ring of Honor. No one thinks that's serious. Those negotiations have fallen through, allegedly, a while ago. But TNA, maybe it's an option for them buying it, or maybe it's a deal just for them working it out to have, old programs on their network and have WWE Network become, there are rumors saying that they want to become just a big wrestling hub and, let other people have their stuff on their network. Vince McMahon allegedly is not keen on that, which I'm not surprised by. But that is the idea. There's so much content intended. Yeah, but you can't have enough. And new content is what would get me. Because if you had more shows, like I still have the network, but I think about canceling it all the time. If they had more things like more tournaments, like the women's tournament, that was another question. More tournaments, more tournaments. I like, but different times. But I like the tournaments because they're different. They're not cutting promos like the ring. They're backstage interviews and just pure wrestling. Like, I want different kinds of shows. Please do a promo soon about me. Ooh, tell me something about. First of all, are you a heel or are you a face? And what's like your finisher? Tell me something about your wrestling character. If they do ECW on the network, there's no reason to. They can't be at TVMA. Exactly. And oh yes, how did I forget to mention that Stargate is coming back? But it's not going to be televised, from what I'm told. It's just going to be a rehashing of Hell in a Cell, but it's going to be in North Carolina, which I am. And oh, Amy, that reminds me. That's going to be on during WrestleGate, which is dirty, but I am now that changes my whole thinking and plan and everything. But Stargate is coming back. It seems to be, if they don't televise that, that's a crime. That's just harsh. And it's going to be SmackDown only, but the Hardys, because they're from North Kakalaka, they're going to be up in there as well. And they've been advertising, falsely, double cage, but they mean 2 cage matches, which, false advertising. Maybe things will change, but tentatively it is planned for the last, November 20-something. I'm not sure. WWE has a kids magazine, so instead of a price act on the network, all they need to do is create WWE Kids Show program. Yeah, like I said, just like Chikara. I would like that. Is TNA still a thing, or is it just Impact? Don't know yet. Still verdicts up in the air about what they're calling it. Yeah, it's a house show. So for what it's about. Just Impact. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I've been running around all the places. As you see, it's been a busy day. Okay, so that's a possibility. What do you guys think? Do you think so? Some of you guys seem to want ECW back. Do you guys want that? Like, what would make you keep your network subscription, be happier about your network subscription, or just get one in the first place. Is there, what kind of programming would you guys like? I'm asking just out of curiosity. I just realized I'm kind of doing market research for WWE right now, and I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, anyway. But yeah, that's kind of thing. For me, I want more tournaments, more different kinds of wrestling shows. That will totally have me happy. I hate Starrcade is going to be a SmackDown on television. Yeah, I know. It's going to be like the Great American Bash. They're just going to ruin it. And it's just Halloween Havoc. I've been saying that forever, Train. And it's just going to be like Vince, typical logic. He's going to bring something back that people want. He's going to treat it like garbage, and then when it fails, he's going to say, see, told you, it wasn't that big of a deal. Meanwhile, it's his fault. They can't bring WCW back. These guys are too old. Yeah. But I want something like it. I mean, if they call it that, like, if NXT from the start was just called WCW, how would anybody feel about that? They're going to bring back Talking Spec. Yeah, they do. All right, guys, I stayed on a little longer than I needed, than I was planning on to. This will keep the indies, especially in the U.S., Halloween Havoc, bring back ECW video library for TNA. Okay, and more sensible storytelling. Yes, absolutely. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I stayed on a little longer than I intended to. Got some stuff to do. Seriously, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thanks for being here and keeping this channel going. You guys are great. No, I love the Royal Rumble. Do not replace the Royal Rumble. No. We don't have to choose. We can have both. Don't say that. I love the Royal Rumble. I know it hasn't been good in a very long time, but still, I love the Royal Rumble. That was my first pay-per-view ever. That's my jam. Oh, WWE needs to win. I kind of think that too. And there's going to be but there's multiple ways to look at it. And there's a Monday Night Raw coming out pretty soon addressing that issue. I want them to bring back WCW. He can bring it back, but he chooses not to. Absolutely. Jump that cat. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Thank you to everybody being here. You guys are great, always coming out and supporting me. Thank you. Seriously, thank you a lot. And I'll see you guys soon.